conquered by Alexander the Great 332 years before the Common Era. Then the Arabs, almost 900 years later, and eventually by Christian Crusaders in 1153 after a 50-year struggle. Then, Saladin breached the city, pulling down its walls, dooming it to ruin. The same Saladin who dealt the Crusades a crushing blow by making Jerusalem surrender. The battle for Ashkelon is biblical in every sense of the word. An epic clash for supremacy has played out for generations between pre-Christianity kingdoms, Christian kings, and Arab sultans. And Ashkelon has been at the center of it all. The port city is situated right next to the contested Gaza Strip. It allows whoever holds it to sail across the Mediterranean Sea to Egypt, Lebanon, Syria, Turkey, and Europe.
It's high time to stop the sickening cycle of escalation after escalation that is leading the people of the Middle East straight over the cliff. Each escalation has served as a pretext for the next.
Coming back to the 21st century, Iran's latest missile blitz against Israel also targeted the biblical city. While the cultural, geopolitical, and historical significance of the city stays unchanged, it becomes all the more crucial in light of recent events.
The majority of the incoming missiles were intercepted by Israel and a defensive coalition led by the United States. Iran's attack is a severe and dangerous escalation. There will be consequences.
In modern warfare, where a ballistic missile can travel thousands of kilometers to hit a moving car on a busy street, Ashkelon faces a threat like never before. If the war in Middle East escalates and the sleeping giants move, holding established military bases and ports will provide an early bird advantage. Israel holds Ashkelon.
The regime is pushing the region to the edge of an all-out, unprecedented catastrophe. Israel has no intention to pursue peace or a ceasefire.
As Washington and Moscow mull over their options, ballistic or diplomatic, the rest of the world watches with bated breaths.
We do ultimately want to see a ceasefire and a diplomatic resolution, but we do think it's appropriate that Israel at this point is bringing terrorists to justice and trying to push launching these limited incursions, what at least at this point are limited incursions, to try and push Hezbollah back from the border.
In the brewing battle for supremacy in the Middle East, Ashkelon remains out of headlines, but very much in military strategies. The modern-day Ashkelon lies 10 kilometers north of the Gaza border. With its port access to the Mediterranean, it has long been considered the key to conquering Palestine. Just 8 kilometers south of Ashkelon is Zikim, home to the IDF's main recruit training base, founded in 1949. Also known as Bahad Zikim, it is one of the few Israeli military bases that regularly faces rocket attacks from the Gaza Strip. The short-range Iran-made Al-Qassam rockets easily reach the IDF base. In the October 7th Al-Aqsa flood attack, purported videos of Hamas operatives sailing towards Zikim emerged. The IDF base was attacked. 6 officers and a recruit lost their lives before the militants were forced to retreat. Over and above its strategic location, Ashkelon is the northern terminal of the oil pipeline managed by Israel's state-owned Europe-Asia Pipeline Company.
targeting the military and security positions of the Israeli regime. Iran's action was in full accordance with the inherent right to self-defense under Article 51 of the UN Charter, and a direct response to the regime's repeated acts of aggression against Iran, including the violation of Iran's sovereignty.
The situation in the Middle East continues to escalate. While Putin's Kremlin has called for de-escalation, Biden's White House has made it clear it won't let Iran run wild. So far, the US has only moved to defend its ally. A strong Israel is crucial for the US and its NATO allies to ensure the status quo in the Middle East. Israel's aggression has become a crucial US election issue, with both Kamala Harris and Donald Trump signaling they will stand by its ally if Tehran attacks.
Мы категорически не принимаем и мы полностью отвергаем идею о переговорах с США по стратегической стабильности, которые велись бы, как это хотелось бы Вашингтону, без предварительных условий. Это лукавая формула, за которой скрывается стремление выхватить из общего международного контекста только то, что удобно американцам.
On the other hand, the powers, calling for so-called resistance against Western colonialism, including Russia and its ally Iran, threaten to tip the boat. Strategic bases like Ashkelon remain at the center of the tug of war, playing out behind the scenes in the Middle East.